Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. So I'm going to read on this $10 billion lawsuit that Dumpy has hurled at Rupert Murdoch and Fox News and the Wall Street Journal and I guess Dow Jones, the parent company of the Wall Street Journal. So anyway, let's see. How's it going to go for Dumpy? How will this go? And I may use the Kipper as well, but let's see what comes through these cards. And I discovered, it's interesting, Rupert Murdoch is a Pisces. So, but he's also, if you add up his birth date, his birth path is a 1. It's a 191. You know, it's like 19, you reduce it down again. Turns into a 10, which is a 1. So he has the birth cards in tarot of the magician, and then also with the 10, the Wheel of Fortune. Doesn't that make sense with his, life? But so Pisces with that one, if the moon comes through, if the magician comes through, if the high priestess comes through, if the king of cups comes through, because that's, a water sign man, I'll take any one of those cards as being Rupert. And then Dumpy, of course, is, because he's a Gemini, he is the Lover's card. How ironic, right? Isn't that ironic? But also his birth path is a 4, so that's the Emperor. So, okay. How's this going to go? How will this go for the Orange Wank Maggot? Right there. Oh, well, that doesn't look promising. So we have the Tower right in the center. The forces in motion is, yeah, he's blowing shit up. This will, and it's upright, so it's not just imploding in him. This is going to blow up his world. This is a card of a disaster that's going to shock his belief system. He's going to be shocked. And so we've got disasters, breakdowns, big sudden change. And then also, when I look at this card, I always think of, like the hard religious right, those structures, extremists, the extreme religions, that help to kind of break it apart. Right? What an idiot. Oh my God. His biggest challenge with the 5 of Pentacles is reversed, or the challenge, I'm sorry, in the reverse meaning, and I love that, that's his hair right there, right? Isn't that, I don't think he has that much left, but yeah. Okay, so anyway, with the 5 of Pentacles, it could be out in the cold, rejection when it's upright. Sometimes when it's reversed, it's having some support of some type, but I don't think so. I'm feeling like it's really a financial loss. His biggest challenge is the financial loss. We'll see with the rest of the cards, but it doesn't look to me like he would win so far. We're talking poverty, bankruptcy, left out in the cold, isolated at the least, rejected and isolated. So, okay, where's he sitting? You can dream on. Okay. This is what he does have some control over. This is a plan, but it's about moving forward and trying to make some progress. He's expanding his horizons in his mind. Again, dream on, dude. Ooh, in the past? Okay, so on one level, of course, this is his, the Ten of Cups reversed. This is his dysfunctional family that he grew up in, and his father that taught him, via Roy Cohn, you just litigate, deflect, deny, then turn around and, you guys know it. I don't have to say that whole thing. But when it comes to money, this is a lack of stability. This is a major broken. This is like breaking the homes of America, right? I think Libby uses the Ten of Cups as her America card. So this would be breaking apart. That's how I'm reading it. Breaking apart America, because MAGA, they're not having it, right? It's like the crown is off. Oh goodness. Okay, so how it's going to go for him? He's going to go into massive amounts of debt. He's definitely going to lose. Maybe he will file bankruptcy again. He has before. Now remember, with this court case, more and more is just going to come out. More and more will be revealed. It'll get worse and worse and worse for him. Rupert Murdoch has the power to put anything he wants on Fox News. And the worse it gets, the worse. Well, as popularity for the truth coming out is revealed by the people, Fox News will always go with what the people want, even if they're feeding lies. That's what they do, right? For entertainment only. But it's good. It's always good to get the truth out there. So anyway, again, with the Nine of Pentacles reversed, this is a lack of his own independence. This is him being in debt. This is shady things coming out, shady investments coming out. And this is him. And see, he has no control over here. He has control here, no control over up here. So this position brings in that extra little meaning of him needing external validation. He ain't going to get it. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't even know how long this is going to last, because near future with the Five of Swords, this is major defeat. Now he loves to fight. He loves this, but this is loss and defeat and humiliation and pain, and he's going to be he's going to be the dude walking away. Or we could look at it as even in the best case scenario, he wins and they have to pay out. Like, let's just play around with that one for a minute. It still would bring out all the information and people would walk away from Trump. So, and also, this is a card of self-sabotage, Mercury retrograde right now, and through to the even with the retro shade, it'll be till August 25th before it starts moving forward. All this is happening in Trump's 12th house of self-undoing. So here we are with the self-sabotage. He's wanting vengeance. And he's the mob crime boss kind of dude. He's the bully. He's the abuser. He's the assaulter. This is a card of rape and murder. For entertainment only, YouTube. Okay. Internally, what is he attracting? Well, I want more ice cream. Right? I mean... he's attracting drugs, alcohol, obesity, more liver problems, raising his high blood pressure. But this is a card of, getting out of the health realm. greed and materialistic people and people who exploit others and people who no matter how much they put in that tummy, they're not happy. It's nothing works. This is emptiness, deep emptiness. So that's what he's attracting internally. Whoa, externally, lots of bad news coming out with the Page of Wands. News he does not want to get about his all of his bullying and his obstacles, and he can sit there with his what in his hand. That's what that's about. This is also a card of younger people. And it's also a card of discovering things, too. Reversed or upright. But when it's reversed, it's discovery of bad news. Yeah, it's not good for him on the health level either. Okay, long distance future. It's going to push him to learn about relationships. It's going to push him to I don't know if it might make him go inside, but just financially, if we've got to stick with the reason for drawing these cards, this to me is just a stalemate and a truce. So he's going to cave. Excuse me. It's like, taco. And then the outcome, well, he's going to receive a lot of information coming through emotionally for him to deal with. Wow. Let's see what's at the bottom. Two Pentacles. Yeah. Oh, goodness. What's going to happen, what I'm getting here, is that it won't be long before he tries to negotiate. I think what Fox News is going to start putting out is going to be so damaging to his reputation. He's going to feel I don't know if he'll feel it, but he will be humiliated. And I've always gotten that that's one of his life tasks, is to suffer humiliation. And here it comes, hard and fast. He's not going to be able to handle the recklessness that he has put into motion, and it's just like, okay, how much money, how much pain are you willing to withstand? Wow. Okay, let me use the Kipper and take it from the other angle. How about we do that? So, Ciro Marchetti's Fendicical, end of the century, Kipper. It's so good for, legal issues, legal and political. But anyway, hang in there with me while I get the card shuffled, because I want to ask from Rupert Murdoch's side. Man, I'm flipped on my head just thinking about the fact that I'm rooting for Rupert. Come on. It's like, what's going on, man? Okay, but I have to get to the unbiased place. No bias. I have no preference. I just want the truth. How will this lawsuit go for Rupert Murdoch, Fox News, parent company, Dow Jones, Wall Street Journal, all that? How will it go for Rupert? Man, I mean, what is he, 95 or so? Okay, so this is interesting. You come out right in the middle. Well, we've got a painful loss here. But it could just be an ending of a type. Interesting. Rules and regulations. But what are we talking about? Like FCC, that type of thing? There's an older woman who has secrets. Of course, this has to be Ghislaine. She's over 50, 55 now. Well, sometimes complaints, but things going back and forth through the court system. Here's evidence. Now, whether it's just the transcripts. How old is Pam Bondi? I don't know how old, because could this be Pam Bondi? Is she over 50? Makes me wonder. Okay, so reputation, but let me just focus into Rupert. Yeah, worldwide. Whoa. Okay. I had a whole other story going on here. Whoa. So there's the actual trial. Wow. So with only 15 cards, we have not only the adjudication card, but also the court. So important discovery is where it ends. God, that's really interesting. Okay, so the coffin, I mean, usually it's just something that is a very painful loss. But also, I'm wondering if it's like just saying goodbye to Trump. Or I think so, you guys. Because, and the reason why, I'm so glad that I drew these cards. I have everything down here and connecting up here, and the evidence here that has to do with human trafficking, money laundering, the whole transnational crime syndicate. So what this trial will bring out is so much information about that, the whole inner circle. And for Rupert, it's gonna bring out secrets. The Wall Street Journal has a lot. So it's more than, this is way, way more than that stupid little letter that Trump signed with his Sharpie pen. Rupert is going to just keep working it until he's dead. This is like the last thing he cares about before he leaves this planet. He may live to be 100 and something, I don't know. But this is like, I get the feeling here, it's like if this gets out the way I want it to, I'm done. I feel good with myself, because it's about his reputation, and he's tired of the distraction. I mean, I don't know if maybe there's some, I hate to say it, but I have to. Like, has he gone around the corner in a new way, that he's looking at the hereafter and wondering, he's a Pisces, right? He's had Saturn and Neptune cross over his sun in the last, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. He's had this major transit go over. To have Neptune cross over a person's sun is pretty darn amazing. Any of the sun or the moon, the luminaries, but just that's deep. I mean, all Pisces have gone through a lot the last 14 years, 15 years, I should say. 14. But anyway, yeah, so I'm wondering. I'm wondering if he's gone through something, and because in the past, what's happened, we have to just keep in mind that Fox News had to pay out, what was it? I thought it was 778, but I could be wrong on that figure. But somewhere's under $800 million to, was it Smartmatic or Dominion or both combined? Because of election lies, and they perpetuated all of that. I mean, he's guilty, right, of that. And but Fox News perpetuated the lie, the big steel lie for 2020. And I wonder if he's kind of come around the other side now, and he's feeling guilty about it. Because, I mean, if I look at it from just his angle, this Distant Horizons here is about broadening the mind and your spirituality and your hopes and your dreams and your, philosophy about life. But if I look at it from another angle, this is how Fox News has its, or he does, Rupert Murdoch has his feelers into every culture on the planet. And I mean, because this definitely, the poverty card, well, I mean, it might end up just being a big battle where he loses a lot of money, but it could also, these cards to me, especially when they all line up together, we're talking the transnational money laundering crime syndicate. So is he a part of it, and he has information and evidence about it that he can always pull out to just end this thing and keep working it, is what it looks like to me. Do we have any other Kipper experts out there that you can help me with this? I mean, somebody's been reading Kipper for a long time. Please feel free to comment and let me know what you see here, because this is really interesting. So this is a major ending, or saying goodbye to the distraction. And it might be because there's more information that just keeps churning out about this inner circle of transnational human trafficking, crime syndicate, and all of that. But we also know that that's what Trump was involved with, and Jeffrey Epstein has been involved with. And if this is Ghislaine Maxwell sitting up there saying, I'll come testify anywhere you want, I'll tell anything, I will make it official, and I'll say yes, I'll give whatever you want. And I think that this is Ghislaine Maxwell because she is in prison. But we know she would come out and say anything. She would agree to the meeting, any meeting. And she worked for Jeffrey Epstein, so she knows all of that. She has all the information. She could definitely end all of this. And yeah, and she was part of that inner circle. Just look at this here, all over the world. Jeffrey Epstein's, it was an international an awful international thing he had going. So this has to be her. Now, normally I would read the four corners and frame it all in and go with these, but I don't feel like that's appropriate this time. Other than to say, with these angles here, she will spill the beans, because this can be a card of secrets. She'll spill the beans. She'll tell all the details, because she has nothing to lose. It's either that or sit in prison for 20 years. And if she even got out to tell her truth, that would, on a soul level, be advantageous for her to even say, I'm so guilty, she would feel better. There would be a huge, heavy weight, the weight of an anchor off of her shoulders, if she would come out and give the secrets, because a mature woman is a woman who holds confidence. And that's her, that would help her soul have a little bit, just a little, of honor. And then that would be the most important discovery coming out in a court case, in a trial. Or not a trial. Well, Trump would have to go on the stand, wouldn't he? Either that or not. If he, oh boy, would he incriminate himself. And I might be wrong, but I believe he's going to represent himself. So that's interesting. Okay, now I still don't feel complete. I had no desire for this to go so long, but let me do it again, but from Trump's point of view. These cards are way too stiff. I can't do that. Okay. How is this court case going to go for Trump? Would he even live long enough to make it through? His health is so bad. It's been bad for a long time, which is why I was drawn months ago to do his daily health reading. And this might be the thing that makes it, that just does him in. Yeah. Eyes wide shut, right? That's the kind of crap. Maybe Rupert wants to bury with that coffin there. Maybe he wants to bury a lot just so that things don't come out about all these players all over the world that don't want to be discovered. But then again, it's already out there anyway. We already know about Les Wexner and douchebag Dushowitz and all these other creeps and Peter Thiel and for entertainment only. Okay, Donald John Trump, how will this go for you? Liaria Don the Con, how will this court case go for you? Okay, there's the major case, major discovery. Ruh-roh, they want him to testify, of course. Yeah, over time things develop. Maybe he doesn't want to put the money out to even, because he can't represent himself. He's just an idiot. There's the proof right there that he's damn lost his mind. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, there's only one way to mess up this card. And that is with a card like that hanging over it. Notice on his side, these money cards are coming out. Here's the meetings. Here's the going back and forth, the complaint. I'm gonna go out one further with this dude. Yeah. Okay. If we keep going, yeah, it's gonna level him. So, okay, with the courthouse, like I was saying, it's usually an important discovery that comes out with this card. He can't push this to SCOTUS because this was before he was officially ever in a presidency of any type, any official capacity. So SCOTUS can't help him, but this is this is him pressing charges, this is the judicial process. But also, like I was saying, he's going to make an important decision, and lots of discovery is going to come through. Sometimes people can be freed from their problems with this card, but not him, and the reason I say that is because of this card up here. This is our Nine of Swords, but in the Kipper, this is one of those cards where things it doesn't go away. my keywords for this card are just so stressed out, it's like torture. And nightmares and sleepless nights, all of those things, But this is a card of self-destruction, self-sabotage, self-destruction, major problems. And so that's, and then over here, there's going to be a lot of people in Rupert's clan who will give testimony, and they will come in and meet and give testimony over and over again. This is Trump's karma. People who have worked for Trump will come in and give testimony. People who have worked for Trump who used to be really loyal have evidence, but makes me wonder, this has to be Rupert, I would think. There's things he doesn't like about this thing either. Now, the child card can be someone new. This could be like with this line up here, new financial evidence. But it could also be the children, these were all underage children, and they're grown now, but they were in major poverty. But how this is going to go for Trump is, over time, he would go into poverty, because people who worked for him, I wonder. People who have worked for him will be. Oh, I get it. That's going to be Rupert's strategy, is to get information for people that worked for Trump, to get information from them. People who toiled and worked for Trump, and they were loyal just to get their paychecks, but and so maybe now on another level, this could be Epstein himself. But this could also be that damn letter, right? That Trump wrote, that birthday card about the secrets, remember? As evidence, right? All the evidence is coming from the past. That's the important discovery over time. He's helpless. Trump is feeling helpless. And there could be someone who got pregnant as well, and that information could come through. And I don't think Melania gives a crap. I think she'd be really happy if he were just gone. But anyway, Rupert's strategy, well, actually, I have to look at it from Trump's angle over here. Trump, his strategy is not gonna, it's just gonna lead to bringing out more discovery. But the deal is, he's in a helpless position. He's looking forward to being helpless about this. Yeah. And now this could be all of his like real estate holdings, like Trump, the house card in Kipper is a person's real estate holdings. So this could be, all of Trump International that he winds up having to give deed over. But, isn't a lot of it already tied up with other cases that are waiting? If he were to live that long and get to 2028, that's very doubtful. But anyway, this whole thing will have the effect of him obsessing over it and thinking about what can I just give to make it go away. You know, this to me looks like caving in, giving up, because his mind isn't. I mean, who in their right mind would have done what he's doing? This shows he's lost it. He's really lost it. He set up this whole thing for his own self-sabotage, and yeah, we're here for it, aren't we? Interesting. Okay, well, I'm just going to get this uploaded, otherwise it's going to be way, way, way too long. And I welcome your comments. Yeah, I can't think of another thing to say with this right now, actually. So take good care, you guys. Happy Saturday. Have a wonderful weekend.